What's up, guys? We back, and we are back with the 2022-2023 season. And yes, I just came back from the freaking game, man. And I will say, before I start anything off, this game was a first for many things. Let me just say it like this. This game was the first game in the new stadium that felt like a actual game. The environment was completely different. This was the loudest I ever heard the fans in the new stadium. This was the first time I've ever seen like a chant. I usually like to keep it PG on the channel. This is the first time I ever heard ATL hold as a chant in the Falcons stadium. I'm talking about, it was funny, it was hilarious, but the game was not funny. And this is what I've been trying to tell y'all. You know, for the people, since I am wearing this jersey, the Matt Ryan jersey. What are the haters that saying that it was all his fault? The same exact thing that happened with Matt here, the same exact thing happened this game. Now, I will say, Arthur Smith, he coached as far as the offense. I love the freaking play call. The play call on the offense was great. I love seeing the different formations. I love seeing how the offense was moving down the field. I feel like they didn't use their best player, which is Kyle Pitts. I don't even remember what the freak he did. Did he even catch a ball today? Kyle Pitts had 2 receptions for 19 yards. That was terrible. And I like the play calls. Like I said, offense was cool, but we got into the red zone. We didn't know what the heck we was doing. We was holding the ball. We was kicking field goals instead of scoring touchdowns. That was always a problem. Before the whole regime, whatever, changed. We will always get down the field, but we can never score touchdowns. Now, like I said, the Saints' new coach, basically new quarterback. You know, Jameis Winston was there, but new head coach, new quarterback. We got a new quarterback. We basically got a new head coach, even though it's just second year on the team. And this game, like I said, the environment was great. This had the potential to be the best game in the new stadium. This had the potential to literally be like the best achievement, the best everything. The environment was unlike I've ever seen. This was the most, how do they say it? The most chaotic, toxic, freaking environment I've ever been in. I've been to over 100 games. Thank you. Shout out to my dad for allowing me to go over 100 freaking games, man. But this game was probably the craziest environment I have ever been a part. I'm talking about after the game, the Saints fans were standing on top of the tables. I've never seen that, and this was the loudest "Who Dat" chant I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, they came with energy. Like I said, it was always a love-hate relationship. But I literally felt like the emotion, like you could feel like the energy. It's like being sucked out of the building, and I would say that I'm used to it, but I'm not, man. Like when they scored that 2-point conversion at the end of the game, I was like, here we go. When we didn't get that first down, I don't know why he didn't go for it. Aggressive coach, he's supposed to go for it on that 4th down, get the first down, boom, we good. And they should have did that, but I don't know what he was doing. He decided to punt the ball off. I guess he thought the defense was doing good, but the defense didn't do good. Dan, what's his name? Dan Pease, whatever, how you say his name. Dan Pease had a great defensive game plan the entire game. I do not know why at the end of the game you play soft. That prevent defense bullcrap, that back off coverage does not work at the end of the game. Jameis Winston, y'all know I don't even like Jameis Winston. He is talented, but the dude is not a great leader at all. And that's just the message that you send. The dude is a terrible leader. He's a terrible leader. He's a great athlete, but he's a terrible leader. And you let this dude just come in here on week 1 and just completely make us look like idiots again. Oh, the Falcons can never hold a lead. What happened to all that talk of, Dan Pease, I'm sick of hearing about the defense. We hear about, we're going to go 2-15 this season. We hear about the Falcons only going to win 5 games or 2 games or we are rebuilding stage. This is that. Oh, we're not going to win anything. And then you come out and prove everybody right. I'm talking about, I was excited most of the game, but you just felt it. It's like, oh, shoot. It's about to happen. Like, everybody, it's one of those where you go from, let's go. Like, the chance was hilarious. I told y'all, it was funny, but having that feeling in the game was probably one of the worst feelings I have felt at a game. I told you I was at the 49ers game when we lost in 2012, 2011. I wasn't in the Super Bowl. My dad was, but this was probably one of the worst feelings of a loss I've felt in a long time, man. That energy, like I said, respect to them, the fans, the Saints fans, for having that experience. But it is not a good feeling at all. Trust me, when you hear that, when you see them people partying in your city, that is the worst feeling ever. And then they show the rivalry videos before the game. They show Quavo there, Gucci Mane there, Jermaine Dupri there. The dude that did the gritty, he was from Louisiana, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Louisiana, but I'm a Falcons fan." It was just that feeling of, everybody was saying it was all Matt's fault, and then okay, we got a new quarterback, everything is looking good, and the same exact thing happened. That is not a great way to start off the year. Like this was. It was refreshing to have that football field in the new stadium because I told you it would have a lot of distraction. But it's a terrible feeling to lose like that the same exact way in the same exact fashion. Defense finally plays great. We get 4 freaking sacks this game. CP had his career high 120 yards rushing. Like just thinking about it for a second. 120 yards rushing. Mariota had 72 yards rushing. Mariota had 215 passing yards, but no passing touchdown. But he had a rushing touchdown on the 1 yard line. I don't know if it was a 1 yard line, but he had a rushing touchdown. CP had a rushing touchdown, and I just felt like the offensive line. I know I'm all over the place, but like I said, it's a recap, it's a rant. I know all over the place, but the offensive line played great. Mariota seemed like he was so surprised that he had almost a lot of time. He was looking like, "Oh shoot, who should I throw it to?" Like it was like he was overwhelmed that, "Oh shoot, I got time. I don't know what to do." People was wide open down the field. He wouldn't throw it. And I don't know, man. For a first game, I don't want people like, "Oh, it's only the first game." No, man. This is how the year starts off. This is the whole new winning mentality that Mariota been talking about. Not Coach Quinn. What the heck I'm talking about, bro? Oh shoot. Like I guess I was so used to that preparation bullcrap by Coach Quinn, but he embarrassed us last season. I gave him credit. But anyway, freaking Arthur Smith. Winning culture. Oh, yeah, we hear what the media is saying. We don't care about that. We're going to go out and prove everybody wrong. You proved everybody right. I don't care if we lost by 1 point. I don't care about none of that. This is the same stuff that the fans have been tired of for a long time. I'm trying to tell y'all, this was the worst feeling, man. This was terrible, man. I'm talking about, if we would have won this would have, like I said, been the best game at home as far as winning. This would have been the best memory. I told you, there are no good memories in the new stadium at all, except for probably that Philadelphia game with Julio Jones, the last play, that Carson Wentz game. That was it. There is nothing great about the new stadium at all. At all. There's no, oh yeah, remember that time? Besides that. And that is terrible, man. And for all this new stuff and all this talk, and to see how great they did in the preseason, finally we were 2-1, and then they come in here against the Saints. We having a lead. We looking strong. We marching on the field. I'm like, okay, cool. Like I'm starting to embrace Mariota. I'm like, okay, I see his passion. I see the energy. I'm like, okay, cool. I always been a fan of Mariota, but then to see him in the Falcon, it felt different. It was like, oh shoot, Matt not here. Julio not here. It's literally a new team. Like I feel like it's Grady Jarrett's team now, and he actually finally showed up because Grady Jarrett has been quiet for a while. He had 1.5 sack. Shout out to Michael Walker, however you want to say his name. He had a sack. And yeah, man, it is what it is. But as far as the Saints, I will give credit to number 20 on the defense. He was balling. Like they was calling that man name all over the place. I had to see what his name is real quick. My bad, guys. What is his man name? P. Werner. Oh, my gosh. Yo, is this dude a safety or a freaking linebacker? Yo, that man had 11 tackles this game. That is nuts. Jarvis Landry had 114 yards. Oh, my gosh. And Taysom Hill, I don't know why the freak. Like, Taysom Hill is our kryptonite, man. Taysom Hill is a great player. I give respect to him. Michael Thomas. I thought he was getting locked up at first, but A.D. Terrell got dusted on a little bit, and whoever at the other corner was guarding him. Michael Thomas, he had good route running, man. Jameis Winston, like I said, I hate losing against that man. I told you it took us 3 years to beat him anyway when he was with the Buccaneers. now that he's with the Saints, it's just knowing that Drew Brees is gone, Sean Payton is gone, this whole new era, and then we come out and do old stuff. That's what makes it so bad, and the fact that it's against this team, it's the fact that it's this time, it's the first game, it's like the first for everything, and then you still lose. That I'm trying to tell y'all, man, that it's like everybody knew that it was about to happen. It was like, oh, here we go again. But then the whole storyline of the game was, oh, the defense is different. It's different. I felt that storyline the whole time, and then the defense is the one that let us down again. I know we could have scored more points for offense, but we scored 26 points. The defense, Dan Pease, Dan, how you say your name, at the end of the game, why back up? We was creating pressure. We was in their face. We was physical. We was on them. Why would you just give this man all kind of time? You know this man got an arm. No matter if he throws picks or not, he can score touchdowns too. Why would you give this man all this time to look for people, and they just waddle? He just floating. This man was looking perfect out there. Like, what's so crazy watching this game? It felt so one-sided that the Falcons were going to win, and then the fact that we lose is just terrible. That's the worst part about it. It's like, oh, shoot, we got this in the bag. We blowing these dudes out. It felt like they only had 1 or 2 drives, and that was it. And they ended up winning the game. So, yeah, man. This was tough. This was one for the ages. I'll probably never forget this game. Shout out to everybody being safe. I know it's September 11th, man. Shout out to everybody being safe. But like I said, this was the first time I ever seen Saints fans literally stand on top of the bar table, stand on top of the tables, chanting who that. Like, they was going nuts. Like, I've never seen Saints fans ever act like this as long as I've been playing, not playing the game, as long as I've been going to the games. I have never seen this in my entire life, and I've been going since like maybe 2000 or before I was even born. This was freaking nuts, and you just hate to hear it. Trust me. So surprisingly, it wasn't nobody on the train really going crazy, but it was a long walk, guys. It was a long walk. They got that freaking bridge, that unnecessary freaking $22 million bridge that you had to walk across, and you heard it like going down the stairs through the stadium, going out the stadium, going toward like the MARTA. Like it was terrible, man. It was so bad. It was terrible. It was so bad, and you can't say anything. You can't do nothing. That's the worst feeling ever. That is the worst feeling ever. I'm talking about. If y'all are a Falcons fan, or if y'all have ever been in that environment, because it's easy to see from at your home or whatever, being there, that environment is crazy, man. It is crazy. So thankful for that football feeling again. Terrible to feel this heartbreak again. That's the thing. So it's like a bittersweet, like, oh my gosh. Finally, one that moment where it felt like an actual game in a new stadium. People actually felt like they paid attention. Wasn't people walking around. Wasn't no distractions. It was Saints fans going crazy. Falcons fans going crazy. Somebody about to fight. People standing on tables. The freaking Saints going marching in. The "We Dat" chants. The defense, offense. Like, it was what I expected finally from going to a football game. But winning, because I actually care about is winning. It's not just about, oh yeah, that was a good game, so it don't matter. I actually care about if we won or not. So that's what I have to say to y'all. I appreciate everybody watching, man. Like I said, shout out to Mariota, man. It was good to see him play. Do got to get down sometimes. I don't want him to get hurt. But you already know how stuff like that happens in the NFL. CP, career high day, and still at the loss. I like how I told you he has the 84 number. As I told you, I'm a huge Roddy White fan. He had what they say. He has my blessing to wear that number, because 84, man. Cordell Patterson, always liked him when he was like with the Vikings and stuff like that. I think he actually played for the Saints for a minute, so it seemed like he had some extra animosity going towards him. But CP, good dude, great dude, has that Falcon energy. I'm always gonna be a fan of him. If I had to get another jersey, it would probably be CP's or AJ Terrell's. In my opinion. So let's see what happened. Drake London, 5 receptions, 74 yards. Didn't really seem like he did much, to be honest. It didn't seem like we didn't pass the ball at all. Like I said, I don't know, man. This game could have been better. Jalen Hawkins, Richard Grant, Mikael Walker, guys that really stepped up. Casey Hayward played good a little bit today too, but it was like, I don't know, man. I don't think Deion Jones did not play this game. I don't know if he played or not, but he wasn't out there. That's something that I do not like. I know they got like a whole little package or he's backup or whatever, but seeing Deion Jones not play against the Saints is something wrong with that. Like, I felt like you have to play him just because that's basically his home team, and just because he always does so well against the Saints, he would have had an extra animosity going in the game too. But it just didn't feel right without him being out there, in my opinion. Y'all can say what you want. Oh, he getting old. I don't know who's saying that or whatever, but he should have been out there playing. I don't see his name nowhere on the stat sheet. He should have played this game. So yeah, man. Shout out to the game. Shout out to the DJ for playing actually good music. I heard the Headbusters. I heard a whole bunch of great music. Shout out to the energy in the stadium. Everything what I miss about football happened in this game. We just need to win. That's how I feel. So yeah, man. I guess we got the Rams next, and I don't know how this is going to be. I really don't. This was a tough game. We should have won, and it's the same stuff. Start out the year, and I don't think it's going to be as many people as it was in this first game and the next couple of games. I don't know when the next home game is, but that is not a good way to start off. So anyway, I appreciate y'all. I'm out, man. I feel like I'm about to miss something, but I don't know. Mariota looked good. Drake London, cool. They should have utilized Kyle Pitts more. Jameis Winston, I hate losing against him, but he did what he needed to do, man. Jameis Winston, he played his butt off. What the heck did Jameis do? 269, 2 touchdowns. Taysom Hill, like I said, always a crazy threat. Sorry for the person cutting the grass. Marcus May, he definitely showed up. He had 8 tackles. Honey Badger got trucked, like I think twice by CP. They got DeMario Davis over here. Cameron Jordan didn't get a sack. You know what they say, Cameron Jordan sacked Matt Ryan the most out of any other quarterback in history or something like that. Like, there's never been a person that sacked the quarterback more than Cameron Jordan has did Matt Ryan. So that's crazy. Bradley Roby, DeMario Davis is always a good dude. So yeah, man, that's it. We gotta do better, man. We gotta do better. Great offensive play calling, terrible at the. Y'all gotta learn situational football, and that's always been a story for the Falcons. Situational football, guys. Learn that. That's all you gotta do. I would have went for it on 4th and 1. If you really trusted the defense that much, or if you really trusted your quarterback, because it seemed like they they seemed like they let Mariota actually call the plays that he wanted, and he was more comfortable. And then every time it was Matt, when he was on the team, it seemed like he would always look to the sideline like, hey, what's the call? Mariota just went out there. He looked comfortable. Oh, let's do this. Like, he looked natural out there, man. So we got to see, bro. It's the first game, but it's like that's all you need to see pretty much, man. So anyway, I'm out. Listen.